Good evening and welcome to the Day 1 report for the Montana Poker Series. I'm your host, Villainous Thurston. Day 1 would start the grueling road to qualification for 2/3 of the field. 20 players would start the first heats, including the two MPS champions, the MPS money leader and the MPS circuit event winner. Miles Market and Sam AM, two players who previously enjoyed top 10 status, have not on the MPS money leaderboard until the circuit event will be kicking off their attempt to climb back up in the ranks. Only 3 players could possibly clinch a semi-final seat, and that would be via back-to-back wins, so at the end of day 1, the field should be left wide open. Heat 1 would see Slim Pippin come back from just 170 chips to take the win. Miles Market would be the first to player eliminated, his pocket aces cracking into Vanley's ace-queen, which hit for the flush. Villainous Thurston would attempt a risky bluff, but would get called and crippled. He would push all in the next hand, and the poker gods would punish him for going in with the best hand by knocking him out in 4th place. Slim Pippin and his ace high would be enough to knock Madness Roth out in 3rd place, giving him 5 points. Finally, in a twist of poetic justice, Slim would crack Vanley's pocket 10s with King 10, leaving him crippled and helpless the next hand as his Jack 10 would pay up for the win. Heat 2 would see Fallen My Web, a dominating figure in the last main event, crippled early on by Miles Market. He would push all in with Ace King, but a killer would wake up with Pocket Kings and knock him out. Bonnie Capolini would decide to push all in, running into Regent's Pocket 9s, earning her 1 point. Jazz Tardo, playing short stack poker with less than 10 times the big blind, would push all in with 7 deuce, trying to steal the blinds. However, Akira would call with Jack 7 and knock Jazz Tardo out of the tournament. Later, Akira Lotus would push all in and river straight. However, that river also completed the flush for Regent's Pocket 5s, knocking him out in 3rd place. In heads-up play, Miles, having flopped a straight, would play it slow, allowing Regent to hit his ace and commit his step. Miles would call to score the knockout and take down the victory. Heat 3. Today's feature table would see January's MPS champion, Akira Lotus, take on the architect of his demise, Dr. Scissor. For those who do not recall, Toxic was the individual who single-handedly derailed Akira's defense of his championship and left him on the outside looking in. In dramatic fashion, God Kenzo would be the first eliminated, pushing all in with her turned 2-pair, Kings and Jacks, walking into IM's set of aces. Akira Lotus would be out shortly thereafter, pushing all in with top pair, only to find that the architect of his demise had flopped the bottom 2 pair. No help on the turn on the river would leave Akira railed in yet another tournament because of Toxic Scissor. Tommy Taney would be eliminated next, pushing all in with his pocket jacks on the flop. The only problem was that Toxic hit Zelvicard on the flop as well. No help would see Tommy eliminated in 3rd. A risky bluff on Toxic's part would see him eliminated in 2nd place, giving Sam the win. The final heat of the day would see Maximum Veloz systematically crippled by Sunshine Kit. He would push all in with Jack 10, but Jackie would call with her ace, hitting on the river to knock him out. Jackie would then push all in with but ran into Sunshine Kit's pocket 8s, which not only would see Jackie eliminated in 5th place, but would guarantee IM to finish the day as the MPS point leader. It would so fall out that IM would be the next player eliminated, pushing all in with the Ace Jack pre-flop. He would be punished by the poker gods for going in with best hand by losing to King Queen, which hit for 2 pair. Sunshine would then be crippled as a result of a horse race with Garmin, where Garmin would suck out on her pocket 8s. He would then follow it up with a 10, which would hit the board to make 2 pair, Jacks and 10s to knock her out. In heads-up play, Mel Newcomer would push all in, but Garmin, who hit top pair on the flop, would hit his 2nd pair on the turn for the win. Today, we have seen no eliminations or advancements. Tomorrow, Akira, Miles, and IM all play the final 2 heats in an attempt to advance. Can they advance outright, or will they be forced to wait and see the results of the preliminary heats? Villainous Thurston, the MPS money leader, has taken an early stumble, finishing in 4th place in his first heat. Can he overcome this stumble and qualify for the semifinals? Also, Madness Roth still is quite the understated wildcard. We do not know where he stands. How will he be able to finish in future heats? The answer to this and much more in the days to come.